to the Adam Josh Oral Brog. I'm pretty sure this is number 22. I haven't written this one down, so I'm just freestyling this one. We're listening to Foo Fighters. As you may notice, there's some boxes behind me. We just got in some advertisements. I haven't even looked at them, actually. We opened up a tire shop. I think if you've been following for any amount of time the last year, you'd know that we opened up a tire shop, and so these are ads for the tire shop. Speaking of tire shop, I just went over there and we bought a Keurig percolator. So I just went over there. We ran out of the single serve Keurig. You put it in and then the water goes through and it makes one cup, single serve. So we ran out of those small ones. Well, there's two left, but so I figured I'd go get some coffee, like actual granulated coffee, and figure out, because it comes with an attachment, how to make it with real coffee instead of the percolator. I'm looking for a picture here real quick of the Keurig. The Keurig! Keurig! Alright, let's see. This is the Keurig. You can see it here on the desktop. Right there. Keurig. K-E-U-R-I-G. So you put the tiny little thing in there of coffee, and then close this, and then percolate it. So I just went over and used actual real granulated coffee and bought a real big cup and put it in there. So sorry if you don't find any of my silly things funny, much like some people who think they're funny. Other people don't think I'm funny, and maybe it's true that I think I'm funnier than I really am. So, anyway, those are the ads for the tire shop. Special, I think they're both the same thing. Like I said, I haven't really looked at them. I got some seafood snacks, Brunswick seafood snacks and hot sauce, and I'm gonna eat that. And I went and bought some shoelaces, because the boots that I have, the shoelaces, I think around the top of the boot, it's sharp, so they're pulling it out. Let's listen to something else, and we'll get to the blog. I'm thinking the color and the shape. You know what a really good song was off here was February Stars. So how you doing? How have you been? Alright, so that's going. I have no timer, so I don't know how long I've been talking already, but probably a little too long. So, the blog, and the thing that I wanted to talk about was our eyesight and who controls our eyeballs. Now, it's something that we don't think about a lot, probably. But, nevertheless, the topic's come up for me because this last little while, I was trying some natural eye improvement, eye sharpening exercises, as opposed to, I can just cut these since I'm throwing them out, as opposed to going to get laser eye surgery. I thought I would try some natural eye sharpening techniques, like, you focus on, okay, right now, check this out, we'll do this together. I'm focusing on my thumbnail, right? And then I'm going to focus on the camera. Thumbnail, camera. Thumbnail? Camera. And just like when you see those movies where they have something out of focus and then they're focusing far away and then they bring up the depth and they're focusing in, that's kind of what your eyeballs do. Like right now my thumb is perfectly clear but the camera is out of focus, and then when I focus on the camera my thumb goes blurry. And my question is, who's doing that? You know, like right now I'm deciding, look at the thumb, right? And then focus on the camera, then focus back on the thumb. Now, it's sort of like a cameraman behind a camera going like, focus out, focus in, focus out, focus in. And because we do it automatically so much, and because a lot of people find themselves identifying with their body, like I am my body, you know, the TV tells me I'm my body, the TV tells me I need to work out and look like this guy on a magazine, and the TV tells me I need to, you know, if you're a girl, needs to have this certain image, and I'm supposed to live like Snooki, and that's what the TV tells me to do. But if you don't identify with your body, you might find yourself asking some of these crazy questions, like who's the one focusing? Okay, now, here's another thing I thought of the other day. I thought when you're looking at something, so, I'm trying to think of examples, but like, right now, okay, we'll do the thumb and the camera again. I'm looking at my thumb, and now I'm focusing on the camera lens. Now back on the thumb. Now, it's like there's an energy or something inside me that's controlling what I'm looking at. Like you say, well, you're moving your eyes and you're deciding to focus. Yes, I am, right? But at the same time, something is coming through my eyes and kind of pointing at this or deciding to point at this. Now, what is that? What is that electrical force that's saying like right now I'm going to focus on my thumb, right? So right now the attention, the electrical force is going towards my thumb and focusing on it. Now without moving my eyeballs haven't moved to the left or right, they're just changing focus. So without doing that, the electrical force is saying, okay, now switch to this. So now my eyeballs are focusing on this without my eyes having moved, and now back. So like there seems to be some sort of ghost behind the machine, if you will. And of course we know that to be true, but you know, we get so accommodated to being behind the computer that we think we are the computer. You know, I'm using this computer right now, and it has 2 speakers, a motherboard, a hard drive, all that. Didn't think of where I was going to put this kippered snack wrapper. So, and it has a screen like our eyeballs. So now my shoelaces are off and I have to put the new ones on. These are really good in hot sauce. I had a banana this morning and some sunflower seeds, which taste really good. I saw these while I was shopping for shoelaces. Shoelaces and kipper snacks all in the same aisle. And coffee. So, back to eyeballs. I saw a picture of a woman who had died a while ago on one of those crazy picture websites. Her eyes had dried up and they looked like little pieces of rubber, and then the inside not the white part, but the other side, the other part, had collapsed inwards. So it kind of looked like an olive, you know, when it's depitted. And that's kind of what got me started getting me thinking about all this, is that it's pretty clear that when you look at a picture like that, there's no life left in those eyes. There's no ghost behind the machine. There's barely a machine left. So when you focus on something, there's a force, you know, that's deciding inside of you to switch from far away to close. And I'm focusing on this now, but then this goes blurry. So it's like there's almost like an energy, if you could picture it as like a wave coming through me and focusing on and pointing at things and focusing on things that I want to focus on. And then that wave decides to stop here and focus there. Another way that you can envision this is to press on your eyes to the point where you start seeing, it looks like little explosions. And they say this because of the pressure, and you're sensing pressure in your eyes. And you'll see like a black everywhere, and you'll see explosions coming out. And that's kind of what I picture maybe our energetic field is like when we're focusing on the thumb or the camera, and it's pointing and splashing on things and taking in all the information around it. So I'm a firm believer that we aren't our bodies. That, you know, I'm in this body, I use these hands, but if you took my hand, like some people lose arms, and obviously that's horrible, lose limbs, and you know, you're still you. So that's my brog. Eyes see. Tell your friends to get a job.